5 stars for the organization. The drivers and guides were incredibly punctual and thoughtful. Loved the balance of guided activity and free time. Even though the fog was thick and the monkeys were hiding, the team's energy kept the vibe high. Highly recommend. Our tour guide, he was an amazing and considerate lady. Expect to be transferred from hotel on a minibus to the main luxury tour bus. There would be some additional cost on top of what you pay on Klook for earpieces as well as bus and cable rides within Emei. Important to check the weather at Mount Emei and dress and pack accordingly. It is 3,000 meters above mean sea level, which means the peak could be up to 20 degrees Celsius lower than ground level. Also bring a proper backpack for your items during the climb. I've seen at least 3 tourists getting robbed by monkeys cause they carried plastic bags. My trip to Leshan Giant Buddha and Emei Jinding was handled by Xiao Yang, a very knowledgeable tour guide/leader. She provided a very informative history of these 2 destinations and we enjoyed the whole experience. Thank you Xiao Yang for taking care of us and group. I was the only Korean in a group of locals on a Chinese option tour, and I was very satisfied. The bus ride itself was incredibly comfortable. Lunch and dinner were also very much to my taste. Personally, the dinner porridge was delicious. The guide personally provided all necessary announcements throughout the tour, so as long as I could use a phone translator, there were no communication issues at all. When climbing Mount Emei, the guide also checked our location periodically to ensure our safety, which made me feel even more at ease. Most importantly, they were incredibly kind until the very end, allowing me to finish the tour feeling reassured. There was also dedicated free time, and it didn't feel rushed, so I wasn't as tired as I expected after the tour. While it would be great to speak Chinese, it wasn't necessary at all for this excellent tour package. I had a very comfortable trip, so I think it's a great choice for foreigners without hesitation. I especially loved that when you go up Mount Emei, there are monkeys, dogs, and squirrels. I wish I could add more photos, but I can't. The animals are incredibly gentle and cute, perhaps because people adore them so much. It was raining and foggy on the day I went, but honestly, it felt even more like a wuxia novel and created a wonderful atmosphere. Even on a rainy day, the scenery is incredibly picturesque and beautiful. Highly recommended. 10/10ths experience, would highly recommend. As a foreigner, I was slightly uneasy at first because the van that picked me up from the hotel to transfer me to the main tour bus felt quite basic and a little unsettling, which affected my initial sense of comfort. That said, once I arrived at the main tour bus, I was immediately reassured. It was spacious, professional, and well organized, which set the tone for the rest of the journey. The visits to the Leshan Giant Buddha and Mount Emei's Golden Summit were truly memorable, and the entire experience was absolutely worth it. I would also like to sincerely thank our local guide, who did an excellent job throughout the tour. She was professional, friendly, and soft-spoken, with a deep understanding of the history, culture, and locations we visited. Her clear explanations, thoughtful guidance, and calm navigation made the trip smooth and enjoyable from start to finish.